Boom. Okay. I'm sorry, Nagito, I can't hear you. I'm playing this cool new video game in my brain. It's called Logic Dive. Okay, whenever everyone is joined, I will begin. Okay.
I think everyone's joined.
Okay. Beginning 3, 2.
That's a lie.
Trial. Resume.
Hello. I hope your day is well.
No.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up.
That's a
My heart's
personal
thumping
issue.
like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy.
Okay.
Yeehaw!
Okay.
But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Oh.
And just like I say each time, don't forget to say it frequently.
Thank you, Monomi.
Yeah, don't let your battery die on your computer.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead. Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily? I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Nekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment.
That's a lie.
I don't want to die either.
Nagito doesn't want to die? This is a turn of events.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Did he find out that he isn't actually the ultimate lucky student? That he's something else?
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
I see. Eyeballs.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know. Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Nagito. As usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
I bunked him.
Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? I'm very low in health.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
He was horribly damaged, as if he had been beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure.
Hajime got beaten by an octagon.
So what was Nekomaru's cause of death that so utilized the building structure? Crushed by the elevator falling, maybe. He could have been falling. Beaten by a blunt object. Falling.
I see!
Oh.
Eyeballs.
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Oh, was he latched onto the doorknob while the elevator went down? Oh.
Dudding.
Oh! Okay, they put him to sleep, so the sensor wouldn't detect him, and then they latched him to the door, and the doorknob broke, and he fell onto the pillar. Oh my freaking god! Okay.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected,
Okay.
then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that
I do.
building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
There you go, Akane.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
Marshmallows.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
You're just hungry, Akane. But you're also right. Nekomaru died from falling. Where did the killer shove Nekomaru from?
The bathroom.
If I'm going to reach
Obviously.
the truth behind this incident, I need to solve the mystery next. Batman.
Obviously, that's where the elevator shaft
It
connects.
looked like it sounded like you said swallow the mystery first.
I need to swallow this mystery like a
Okay,
bagel.
nah. Okay, maybe, but nah.
Okay.
Come. Hey,
When the elevator is on the first floor,
it's on the first
you can't go through the door on the fourth floor.
There's a first floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Who said it was impossible? That's
How about
impossible.
this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator,
What?
they
Nekomaru?
moved the elevator from the fourth floor to the
Eh?
first floor and made use of the drop.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
Figured it out.
The wet hole.
Looks like it's all up to me.
Bang bang.
When the elevator is on, you can't go through the door.
It'd be
I
impossible.
might be part thinking.
After locking they moved the elevator and made use of the drop.
Hold on, did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object.
Yes.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
That sensor should only work if something is moving.
You're stupid, Soda.
No,
If
I'm in.
Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
By the way, Jeremy, if you want to like react to stuff with us, we can like add you to the role so you can like talk with us. By the way, if you're interested in this, I'm just saying, just let us know.
I remember him saying he knows what happens, but I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, he's like kind of doing.
I'm
the
not quite
puzzle
sure it's
along.
him. I'm not quite sure it was him or somebody else.
Oh.
I
I know nothing.
And
But if you're interested and want to like talk with us while we're doing this, Jeremy, like we can give you the role. Sure. Okay. I'll give him the role. Okay. I rejoined Jeremy.
there you go.
Here you are. Wonderful. Okay. So yeah.
Wait, what just happened?
I
Oh.
gave Jeremy the bagel roll so he can talk along with this because he seems to be interested in Danganronpa.
Did he bring cream cheese?
I watched the first I played the first Danganronpa and watched the anime. The second Danganronpa, I only did the start. I never actually even got it anywhere further.
Yeah.
I never even got to
died.
Monokuma showing up. That's how far I went into it.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Well, you know what? People died. Anyways,
well, yeah, it's Monokuma.
So,
Nekomaru's
the
getting
big.
out
Oh,
his
never
rest.
mind, never
All of
mind.
his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode.
You want to? What you want to say? Okay.
If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
no.
I see. So that's how.
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes?
Maybe.
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Just have something against Kazuichi.
Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Chiaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? Everyone get on the dance floor! Dance!
Also, Jeremy, when you mean the anime, do you mean like for the first game?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I was about to say. You should
Yeah, there's no anime for
If
the
you
second one.
arrange it a certain
No,
way,
there's no anime for the second one. However,
you can
the
cause the
third
drop within the elevator.
installment of the series has an anime
So
and
you're
not a
telling
game.
us all-
It's
Yeah, I never watched the third one
To think
mainly
about the
because I
arrangement,
want
right?
to see the second one. I want to see
The
the anime for the second one
arrangement is-
first.
exactly. So,
The hammer
I
is
don't know.
suspicious.
It's more or less just something I do.
yes,
Isn't it about time we
congratulations.
went over
You
the
might
pillar
be with us
again?
with this right here.
What about the oil on the floor?
The
You mean
doorknob on the floor
Pepto-Bismol?
seems
Doorknob, yeah.
suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Gaming.
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold.
I feel bad for him sometimes.
What if I start to enjoy it?
I have awoken.
Oh wow,
One of
that's
the
kind of creepy,
white
Soda, but I can agree with you. If Nekomaru's inside the elevator, how can you create a difference in the
Slowly,
elevation?
he's turning into an M.
You saw
Quite
like,
simple, neutral.
You can cause the
you
drop.
saw
So you're
like the
telling to
white
think about the
the
arrangement.
white noise that says I have
Isn't it
awoken.
about
when he
time?
said
What about
that.
the oil on the floor?
It's okay. Pepto-Bismol.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
I agree with
I
you.
agree with that.
Let me poke your other eye.
I have consent
right.
with you. Fuyuhiko.
Shut up.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop.
Maybe.
If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob,
If they did something like that, he would
Well,
have been
that
suspended
explains
in
one thing.
midair.
They're about to come up to it, I bet.
Yeah.
That's right. He was suspended in midair. Huh? The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Grape Tower and suspended Nekomaru in midair.
Oh no,
Sleepy
that's
time.
horrible.
Damn, upside down.
Oh, poor guy.
I thought he was gonna have his arms, just his arms tied. No, his whole his whole body
That's
and upside
right!
down.
He was so well hung!
Oh my God.
Kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence.
His bulge.
Hey, I'm still
Someone took
alive.
advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Drop the
Too
base.
easy.
Oh darn it, Soda.
Damn.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that.
Why?
If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
The doorknob broke. And the arms detached. Those are the two things. He has two ways that he could have detached. Pillar. Broken doorknob. Broken doorknob.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a... How would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him up. There's no way they could do that.
Advance.
Doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
Screw you,
No,
Soda.
Speedo brothers,
What?
don't defy me.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want to take back that sleep, but in that case,
But in
you
this
still won't
case,
be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru inside is just impossible. End of story.
drop the base.
Oh god. Hold on. Thanks to Kazuichi, I think I figured out how the killer dropped Nekomaru.
Wait,
Alright,
what?
if I use that evidence, I should be able to break through Kazuichi's remarks too, and
Wait,
also
where am
his
I?
body, because I want to kill him.
What?
I believe in you, Hajime.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Okay, so
if he
he's
was
on the-
sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story.
Okay, he's on the first one.
What? Nekomaru fell on
What?
his own?
Oh, okay. Oh, not the right one.
Alright, what the heck are you even saying? You know?
Hey, Soda, you thirsty?
Yes! Wait, what? Where am I?
Just drink yourself,
There.
Soda.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, I'm not the type of coward who get thrown off by the mess up remark like that.
Crap! It's no use. I can't cut through Kazuichi's rebuttal. Oh, I'm at full health now. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because you,
This perk is OP. Okay.
it is. It's many things that can break this trial.
Wonderful. There's no use. I can't cut through Kazuichi's rebuttal with this. I need to think about it one more time.
What? Nekomaru?
What?
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode.
so
If he
it's
was
not
sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time if you want, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story.
Base to drop.
I'm not sure which evidence. Because I thought it was the brook. I'll try the other one.
What? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Oh crap, broke the doorknob. Oh, well, no, sorry. That was my mistake.
Ring, ring, ring!
What?
Right.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right?
Is this one? Oh, this one doesn't work either. Okay, so it's not the broken doorknob, because I thought the logic was that it broke while he was hanging in, so that's how he fell. Okay.
Maybe he woke up and tried to
Well,
do it himself.
what else was broken?
My soul.
You have a broken pillar.
Oh, wait, okay, hold on. If he died... Okay, so let me...
Truth
So
ball
he
act.
died... oh, it doesn't say, okay. But...
It does. There's no time. You got it.
Okay, wait, oh yeah, you're right. Maybe he could have woke up.
Woke.
Maybe that was the alarm.
Yeah, 7:30, set to 7:30. Okay. Okay, right, yeah, clock's alarm timer. So maybe he did wake up and he began struggling and then he fell. Okay. Okay, I did not think about that. I thought he just broke on his own. Okay.
What? Nekomaru fell on his... Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to
Accurate.
himself. Now's the time if you want, but in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru in is just impossible. End of story.
This is why I play on controller.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Okay, oh, okay, it was on the sleep mode thing, okay.
What are you saying?
What?
I can't believe your voice.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode.
There we go.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Oh
Want me
no.
to cut through your contradictions?
Ah, my
What do you
beanie.
think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
Look at Gundham and Hajime doing the same pose.
It almost does
You
look
woke
like
up
it.
from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why.
Why? Quick, grab a gun. We're about to ambush a poor soul.
Grab your thorns.
I think his mom's asking why he has the his horde of concubines in the backyard.
Why do you have the man's nut planted back here?
Was your mom just asking you where you plant your concubines?
No, he was
Is she asking you how do you feed them all?
No, she's saying goodnight, you dude.
I don't know. Oh, she was saying goodnight to them. Okay, well, that's nice of her.
Okay. Okay.
If something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right?
Maybe.
Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Oh, Dad, I heard thunder outside.
Upside down.
Then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off.
Oh, God.
In actuality,
Understandable. Have a
the
nice
scrape
day.
marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
Yeah, wow.
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
No.
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
No.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because...
In that case, I shall use my full power.
With a fierce uproar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands. But...
Clutter.
Not yet. Here comes the incredible strength of 1 million horsepower.
You mean a lot of Pepsi soda?
Wow, so he wiggled it to the point where it nearly broke, and then, oh my god. Wait, isn't it creaking? If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here.
Yeah, sorry.
If that's really what it was, then that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said.
I'm a pest?
I'm just a pest.
Oh.
No, I'm not just a pest.
Oh, here we go.
I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so!
I'm gonna save that.
Okay, yeah, he awoke into
You
his
better
own
put a
sign.
damn
All
spoiler
right.
on
I
that.
will.
Alright.
Oh, oink oink to you, princess.
No, I believe you
You
gave
can
your
call
all.
me Mr.
Oh.
Piggy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Moment.
Hey! Why aren't you teasing me anymore?
Rejects.
He gets off on this!
Oh my fucking god.
No.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
He hit the pillar.
No.
It doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor.
Yeah, he crashed
The moment
into the
Nekomaru
pillar.
fell to the floor, the only thing I could think of that happened was he collided with a pillar.
Cola came out of his
Cola
eyes.
came out of his... I want to do that one.
I see!
Thirsty.
I'm thirsty.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
If he fell on the floor, he probably could have survived, but the pillar was like a central point of pressure.
Finally, the pillar!
Finally!
So that's
game
how the
system for
pillar
me.
shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was
hey.
just a
Hey,
coincidence.
I'm playing Danganronpa right now. If you want to watch it, feel free. Hope you're doing good, man. Continue. Did you join? Oh, no.
Yes, he says he's listening.
Okay, gotcha.
Hey, I'm gonna do something real quick.
There.
You sure about that?
Alright.
He can be quiet. I trust him.
Okay, let's go.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
By the way, this is spoiler heavy, so if you're afraid of spoilers and you want to get into this, I doubt you are, but you know.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Who the hell are you calling baby gangster?
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. 'Cause even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
It was daylight savings time.
God dang.
That's what I want to know.
Another mystery I don't understand? Seriously, it's just one after another. But I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue breaking through this contradiction.
Maybe.
Oh boy, I'm getting nervous.
Alright then. Then choke.
No, I was like,
Alright. So, you obviously need my help.
No, you don't. No, you don't. This is why I wanted you
We
muted.
headed for Grape Tower.
okay, let's see.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
Fuyuhiko.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for...
Oh, let me just walk through that.
Who got killed?
Nekomaru, big burly the guy.
Yeah, me.
Oh no!
I'm dead.
No.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Well, before he died, he got well, quote unquote killed, but then became Robo Coach.
Whoa.
He got
Yeah,
killed in
dude.
a way that was against
And then
the
he
rules.
killed again.
And then somebody murdered him again. The
Yep.
alarm of the wall clock on strawberry. Fuyuhiko was at the alarm. Huh.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
Nope.
His time of death and the time the body was discovered.
I like that voice.
One of those must be an illusion.
Gundham.
The killer probably did some tampering.
True.
They probably
Are
messed
you
with the clock
referring to
inside
me?
Nekomaru's chest.
No, that's not possible.
That's gotta be it!
No, that's not possible. No, you can't do. Okay. The alarm that caused Nekomaru's death ranged at 7:30 a.m. But we discovered his body before 7 a.m. I need to crush one possibility at a time if I'm going to break through this contradiction. Okay.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
Clock's on time.
But the alarm inside was set for 7.
Nekomaru died.
His time of death and one of those must be.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's
Oh,
chest.
that's not the right one. Okay.
Shit.
Exactly. What? That's the only thing I can think of. And I'm hungry. The kid I messed with the clock in Nekomaru's chest, and thanks to that, the time of death got screwed up.
Damn it!
Looks like I messed up. I won't be able to refute the contradiction right now. Oh, okay, was that the wrong one?
We headed for Grape Tower.
Timer, radio clock. There we go.
Before 7 a.m.
But the alarm inside was set for 7.
Nekomaru died.
His time of death and one of those must.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Neko.
Oh, that one.
No, that's wrong.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No. I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do.
Oh yeah.
So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding.
Oh, he likes her. It's so cute.
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into dog food.
And now eat.
This time-related contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. Think. By focus and think, I should be able to find the answer to that mystery. Please, logic dive.
yeah.
Please, logic dive.
Oh yeah, it's about to come together.
Yeah, okay, good. Just logic dive.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, cool math game time.
Yeah, cool math game
Oh
time.
god.
Okay, I'm kind of confused on this, so we'll see.
But I wanted to play Club Penguin.
Okay, let's see how this is. Oh my god.
Fun.
Yeah, this is a new minigame they added. It's kind of cool. Okay. I love playing video games in my brain.
I love trying to figure out how to spell elevator, even though I don't know what it is.
What did Hajime and others misunderstand? The time in the building is who the killer is, where the murder happened. The time in the building, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Good job.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm still dead.
Yes,
Indeed.
you are.
Don't worry, he dispensed soda now in the afterlife.
Oh my god. You got this, bro.
Sick move.
That was a double kill.
Yeah, just remember, like, there's some wonky things about this.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I think you can do it.
Yeah.
I believe in you, bro.
Thank you.
Bro power.
Yeah.
This is making me want to like host the one shot dedicated to like Danganronpa.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
Which one?
Excuse me?
That.
I
maybe.
mean,
I think that was my fault. That one was
you
my fault.
you could make a murder mystery.
That'd be
It,
cool.
yeah,
but I want to make it on the complex level of Danganronpa.
Oh my, okay, that was yeah. That's,
You just gotta know.
Then you can have fun with it.
You just gotta know about like the creator, the writer of Danganronpa. He's a big troll.
yeah, he is. You gotta be a troll. Like you have to like mess with people. You have to make them angry.
Excuse me?
I'm pretty good at that. It's an A area.
Oh right, you're right.
Oh. Okay.
Oh,
good.
you did it! You did it, bro!
Sweet. Okay.
Nice.
Omedeto.
Which clock was tampered with? Both Nekomaru's building clock.
Building clocks,
Yeah.
because you can't tamper with the fucking radio clock.
Yeah, exactly.
Radio.
See, look, guys, I'm like grade A detective.
Oh boy, this is gonna be interesting. Oh. Okay.
If you're gonna do a murder mystery, is it going to be like Clue?
Probably. Why wouldn't it be?
Oh no, I'll think about it
Yeah.
and I'll work on it a little bit because
Because
I
I
think
need
that'd
to
be
do
really
the-
fun. And the thing is, I want Alex and Moo involved.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Strawberry House. Let's try. I think it was Strawberry House. That's what my gut says.
Great.
Ah, darn it.
Lost the lead.
Okay, I couldn't make it.
Don't you mean both
Both
Yeah.
houses. Okay. Wow.
So much life lost.
Also, like, I remember it was possible with a certain perk, you can, like, jump from one answer to another.
Yeah.
Really? That's so cool.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Gnarly.
Time in the building.
like-
The building's clocks, and both houses' times were altered. Okay. It's all
He
coming
only fell
together.
down. He only fell down 4 times.
Yeah. It's all coming together.
Ah,
coming together.
Sophia killed him.
So,
Oh, yeah, it's all coming together.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the
Yeah.
clocks had the wrong time.
But what if
Now,
all
like
those
he and
clocks
I
had
both
been
said
messed
yeah.
with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
oh, that's screwed up.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased.
Actually, I got-
More importantly,
Before you
how
go to the
much
next
was
line,
the time off?
I gotta say that's actually pretty hard to do, but they're
Yeah.
able to do it because
Yeah.
if it takes the involvement, you have to memorize what time you set the time in the last
Yeah,
clock, and you have to
exactly.
physically go around.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's like terrifying
Like,
memory.
think about it. That's so meticulous because you're like, all right, I did this one 1 minute and 41 seconds ago, and while I'm thinking about this, 7 seconds have passed, so I have to
Yeah.
adjust it to these few
Yeah.
seconds while
Right.
So
while that sort of stuff.
the
Yeah.
murderer was
Right.
somebody who was
Right.
smart. Okay. Interesting.
All right, let's go.
She's right. That's the main problem. I need to clarify by now how much of the time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. That's definitely the next mystery. I'm going to reach the truth in one go. Oh man, okay.
One go.
He go. Yeah.
Contact elevator. Okay. I think Fuyuhiko's account would be important here, because he said the alarm clock went off.
If the time in the
What's
building would...
Akane's account, though?
It's like that weird feeling, I believe.
No, that was its own thing. Apparently,
You sure?
Akane heard a rumbling noise
Oh,
around
yeah.
5:30.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the Smash Bros. Game noise. Game!
Fuyuhiko's account. Fuyuhiko saw Nekomaru walk towards the first floor of the house at 5:30 a.m. I mean, 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock.
Then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
That's true.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
I love his
Are there any
voice.
clues that can be used to narrow that down?
It's really good. Actually,
If only
hold
I
on.
heard the
Let me,
sound when he
take
fell.
a quick look at his voice actor again.
It would have been a great
If only I
clue.
heard the sound of when he fell. That would
Or
be
his scream.
Akane's.
Scream. No.
Because she heard the
He's
sound
not
at
the type to
5:30.
let out a scream.
Meaning that means
only
it's been
Nekomaru's alarm was
changed by
loud
2
enough.
hours.
Nekomaru.
We would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that.
There is a
If
point.
does not exist in this world.
Only.
What's with that pose? But how much did the killer
Yeah, that would be
adjust the time?
2 hours because Akane's testimony.
How would I even figure that out? Okay, let's try Akane.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
Let's
The time of death
It's either an hour or an hour and a half.
was clearly 7:30 a.m.
Okay, let's try this one. Oh, what?
Hold on.
What time would 7:30?
Pause for a moment, and I just want to show you the face of the man who voice acts the English version of Nekomaru.
Okay.
Look at this dude.
Oh my freaking god.
He has pretty eyes.
Now, interesting. There's two characters that we know, so that he voiced.
Okay.
Well, whoever watched Hunter x Hunter, he was Silva Zoldyck.
What? Oh.
But another thing, in the English version of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Together, he was Mohammed Abdul.
Oh, I hear that. Yeah, that makes sense. Wow,
Yeah.
that is awesome. Okay.
Anyways, let's continue.
In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow
My
that
time.
down?
Oh, she's
If only I heard the sound when he
Gamer.
fell.
Yeah, the sound when he fell. There we go.
It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type.
If only we would have heard it too.
There's no point in if does not exist in this world.
Sonia.
If. What
Sonia.
about of?
Be
If the
MVP
time in the
then.
build, then we can only rely. The time of death was clearly 7.
The problem is
Good.
in our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to
Oh,
narrow
wait.
that down? If only I heard the sound when he fell.
Yes.
Jesus.
I agree with that.
Jesus, the delay is like really bad.
Oh.
Is this bad for Sonya?
That's right. We should have heard the sound he
it's
made
like,
when he fell.
It's like no, this
Wasn't
the
it that
blue
rumbling noise?
the blue lit text is like you agree with him. The yellow text you contradict against him.
Yeah. Sonia's made really good points at this trial, so she's kind of
So
similar to
it-
her in a sense.
It can't. Yeah. Okay.
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well,
Oh, dude,
the
it has
huge
to
body
be-
fell from the 4th floor to the
Game.
1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge.
Excuse you.
What is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
She had the better room, right? Maybe it was better like
Deluxe.
Yeah, she had the deluxe room, so maybe it was noise canceled.
So wait, who are we thinking it is?
I have no clue.
I'm about to leave if you get. Alright, let's say.
Let's just continue.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why?
It's alright. It's alright.
Yeah, Tak doesn't like
Because-
hearing guesses.
Yeah,
Oh.
he doesn't like want us to discuss who it is. It's fine. We do it
Okay.
like when he's gone.
Yeah.
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
No, that's not the case.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
I'm gonna.
There's nothing to
Oh
worry
yeah.
about. What's
Some
important is that
context. He,
rumbling noise anyway.
the motive is that they were starving to death inside a funhouse.
Yeah.
There was no way out.
Yeah.
So the only way to not get hungry is one of them had to kill somebody.
And then they'll
And
be released. Yeah.
eat them.
No, like as soon as somebody kills somebody and they get away with it, that person will be able to be set free and eat again.
So all these people are starving right now.
Yeah. Essentially.
Oh, they ate something.
They ate like a small amount of food, so they didn't die, but they're still hungry.
Okay.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
Okay.
I
I
heard
played
that
Smash
sound.
Bros.
Probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
Okay, so they set the clock, what, 2 hours? If that rumbling sound we heard was at 5:30 a.m., it's like to answer how much of our time was off. It was 2 hours.
4.
I see!
I see. Contradiction.
4 hours.
Nekomaru's
I'm
alarm went
Batman.
off at 7:30. Then we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30. That means our time was off by 2 hours.
Okay.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they could lure out just Nekomaru.
Right. Oh, wow.
Because he sleeps in.
And he has the radio clock inside of him, so he would have known the time. Lure out only Nekomaru.
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. That's Monokuma Tai Chi. They all had to go to Tai Chi every morning, and Monokuma said they'd be punished if they didn't make it to Tai Chi, so that's why everyone was forced to go to it.
Yeah, and it exerted a lot of energy, meaning they'll starve a bit more.
Yeah, they'll starve
Or a lot.
faster.
I see!
Yeah, okay, Monokuma Tai Chi.
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
Oh my god.
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning...
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m.
Alright,
I'm out.
Okay, I'm
Wait,
waiting for you.
Alright, Fuyuhiko, I'm about to head out.
He's out.
Wait.
What's up?
He's out there and
No,
moving one way.
I'm just processing. You can keep on.
Okay.
And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At
That's
that
pretty
time,
good.
he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
If Fuyuhiko just said, "Hey, Nekomaru," he would have not been killed. That's kind of crazy to think about.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early!
Gasp.
He didn't even ask you yet!
Oh yeah. Jeez, how outrageous. I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped. Right.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez! That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot, or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad!
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it! It's incorrect!
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the
I like
killer
this guy.
lured Nekomaru,
This man played Russian roulette with all except one bullet.
And he won.
What a god.
Yeah, he's the ultimate lucky student.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
mean
number of
ultimate
suspects
BS.
has drastically decreased.
Okay. Huh?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you
What?
talking
Nothing.
about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was
Wait!
just before that rumbling sound
Guys!
occurred.
Oh my god.
That's it. So that's what it is.
We'll see.
If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I remember now. The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge.
No, Nagito.
We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell? Who is it?
Who's the bastard?
Uh-huh.
And whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? Was it? But wait, Nagito was the one that didn't come out.
Oh hey, how's it going?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, and this case is supposed to parallel a suicide, so did Nagito commit an assisted suicide? Nagito.
You're the only one!
Oh my.
good shit!
The one who
Yes,
wasn't
I
there.
feel it!
It's you, right, Nagito?
No way.
Hold on.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, I'm doubting.
That's right. Nagito wasn't there.
Oh, he knew. Yeah.
It was just me, Gundham, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to
Nagito,
the
that
lounge,
Frank.
I couldn't.
You couldn't? What do you mean?
There's more?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
Could it?
You're definitely fucking lying.
Wait a minute.
However, that is also true for me.
Because the deluxe.
Oh! It's the rooms.
Yeah,
I bet.
the deluxe rooms were soundproof.
Shut up, Yi.
It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it. To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
You now speak up about this?
I was in a pretty deep
I know.
sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it. But it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know.
The
Think
Lux
about what
rooms
the
have a
three
little
of
more
us who
soundproofing.
didn't hear a sound have in common. And I'm sure you'll figure it out.
The bedrooms are slept in. The only people who didn't hear the rumbling noise were Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The secret is, what did these three have in common? Could this also be the secret that points to the killer?
Wait, so it's not him.
Hang on a second. It is not Nagito. I could tell it wasn't.
I think...
Deluxe rooms. Okay.
No, there
Do
are...
you spell knife?
So you want me to explain it to you?
Yeah, go for it
No.
while I'm trying to do it.
Wait,
Alright.
explain what?
So basically, in this fun house, they're split into two sides. You have Grape House, Strawberry House. Well, in both of them, there's 5 rooms on each side. 2 of them are in deluxe in both sides. 2 of them are standard, and I think, or wait,
Yeah.
one of this.
One
One is standard and 2 are poor quality.
Yeah, and then 2 are 2 are poor quality. So.
Basically meaning everyone else that did hear it were in either the standard and poor qualities rooms, and those in deluxe are either soundproof or they're padded. So that they're basically any type of sound heard from outside would be completely muffled or not heard at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you spell knife? Okay.
So Nagito, Chiaki, and Sonia, and I think someone else had the deluxe rooms.
Oh, this is really fucking with me. Like, I thought it was one guy, and now it's not.
Here we go. So the person in the other male deluxe room is the killer, because they could have come out.
There's 4 deluxe rooms?
Nagito, Sonia, and
Yeah,
Chiaki.
there's 4.
The 3 of you are
2
staying
on
in
each
deluxe
side
rooms,
of the.
right?
Wait, so...
that
We're about
means
to
the
find
fourth
out.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
We're about to find out.
We're about to find out. Shush.
If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
Yeah, you can bang in there. I don't care.
The guest rooms are divided up by quality grade.
There's 2 sides of Monokuma. The deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation.
Soundproof. I forgot he mentioned that. Okay.
The standard room may be so-so insulation, but it's pretty decent. And the crumbing room has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation.
Oh.
You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve course student talent?
Oh, screw you.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Whoever had the other male deluxe room.
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
No way.
Wait, what?
Somehow, I feel like I understand what Nagito means.
Do you like bagels?
The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru.
Is me.
So,
Fuyuhiko Kuzuriyu.
like, come on, no.
No,
What?
okay, I guess okay, goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, because I thought he had the other deluxe room, so it was Gundham.
No, wait, is it Cool Guy?
Let's see. Wait, who had the other deluxe room, though? I'm trying to remember that. So
I
Soda
don't
had the
know.
crummy room. Gundam... Okay, let's just look at it. Hold on, is this really the right one? I should think it over one more time.
Oh god.
Okay, so I had a crummy room, Soda had a crummy room.
Wait,
Yeah,
what's
then
that guy's last
Fuyuhiko
name?
Huh?
Wait, Chiaki? Sonia?
You're the only one!
No.
Gundam, there's something I want to ask you.
No.
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that?
No.
If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Huh? Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
No.
There is only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
Me?
Because he stayed in the lounge.
Yeah. Okay.
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct? Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Nekomaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
Oh. And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room.
Guys, I really need to go to the restroom, actually. If we're gonna be hit by like one of those hyper PTAs, I won't be able to hold it. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
Go. This is fucking with me hard, bro.
Yeah, you should play the rest of the games. It'd be great.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
I love murder mysteries.
I love Kodaka.
Oh, dude, you best bet I'm about to actually make a D&D fucking murder mystery.
May I join if that's the case?
Yes. And
Thank
Boo, Alex, Jeremy, y'all are all invited to this one shot whenever I make it.
Will one of us actually have like a paper or something that says that we are the killer?
Yes, I will go out. We're all gonna, we're gonna just develop your characters. Like, we're not gonna do classes and stuff. It's just gonna be purely roleplay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sit you all down. and then I am going to randomly assign a killer.
Okay.
And then me and the killer are going to talk in private for a very, 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 very long time about who they killed. There are also going to be
punishment if you pick the wrong person. Does it just keep going?
The punishment for picking the wrong person is the wrong person dies and the murderer gets away.
Okay. The same thing like Danganronpa.
Well, it's more like.
See, I'm debating on how I want to do this, because by putting it in a player's control, to an extent, it kind of makes it weird. But if I have it in control,
yeah, it is understandable.
It's
kind of tough, like, to pull that off.
It's like
because like the thing is, you can easily metagame it and be like, yeah,
it's like you have to trust. You have to place trust in your killer.
Anyways, okay, Nicho's back, so let's just continue this talk later.
Alright.
Okay. Okay.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi.
Because I was in the lounge.
Did good, kid.
So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing?
This Rauskus, it's louder than supreme ruler of the Netherworld, bellowing for a sacrifice.
Don't go making all that noise suddenly.
But why'd you
Looks
come
like
out?
you already received the
You should have hid
sacrifice.
till the excitement died down.
If Gundham tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but
what if he just went out to the top floor to feed his hamsters?
how
Yes,
ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundham? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
Huh?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Oh my god.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence.
That face.
Oh, this is the first time I've seen that expression.
At the time, I left my room to go to the
Here, I thought you were gonna save it.
By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's
He's like,
right.
this is the
That's all
last. He's
it
like, this is
was.
probably the last time
world
you're gonna
is
see a new
always
expression
so
on his
simple.
face.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundham is the killer.
Wait, no. Then if we're if we're deciding it this early, that isn't the case then.
Hold on a sec. You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well,
He smiled.
let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
You said opening act again!
Here's another context.
We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal.
So there was a room in Strawberry House called the Final Dead Room. What that is basically Monokuma says, hey, if you want weapons, it's in there. But you gotta get through this life-threatening game first, and that game was basically Russian roulette.
And in that room, he found
has
some kind of
he has
information.
access to those tools now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he got rewarded with two things: a file of like, a file about more about like, what the Future Foundation, the foundation that's like, you know, putting them through this on the island or something.
Yeah.
And then Hajime's information, or at least probably also the student's information, but he just says Hajime.
Oh my god. Wait, this is so fucked up. Cause like now I don't think it's Gundam.
I don't think it's Gundam. It's
I
too
think
quick.
it's Gunham.
Let's see. Let's continue.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption.
Gundam never heard of fly.
In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct?
Oh, he couldn't have been on the elevator because he would have had to be in Grape House.
Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
So it couldn't have been Gundam.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
Oh, wow.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing, which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
He has a point.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Maybe you should have said this before you started sweating.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong.
So do I.
Tell you what you guys know. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born.
Oh
There's
my
no such
fucking brain.
thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Oh boy. Maybe it is Gundam. I don't know. Contact elevator, alarm clock, broken doorknob, Fuyuhiko's account, wall clock. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's a gather one. Okay, listen.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
Broken?
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House...
Since I was at Strawberry House
That's
at
what
that
I'm thinking,
time,
is there
there's
a
no
hatch? Do we
question
know
that the following crime is impossible.
If he did the killing game, I mean...
It would have
if
been
he did
different if they had an accomplice.
No, I don't think so.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Secret passageway, not your...
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Because if
Okay,
you,
so
like,
secret passageway.
Yeah, because if
It's connected.
Yeah.
So that's why the funhouse mystery was solving like yesterday. Basically, like it's a tower and like Grape House and Strawberry House. They were assumed to be right next to each other, being separated by the tower. But no, they're right on top of each other.
And if he knew about the building structure, then he would have also known about the secret hatch.
Yeah, that connects between
That
them.
elevator, the only means of travel, as long as that your assumption
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot...
Since I was at Strawberry, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Absorb.
How much longer? Why don't we stop this already?
Why don't we use a gun?
That elevator was the only means of travel between...
Gundham.
No, that's wrong! No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
That would be Nagito.
No, it'd be Hiyoko.
No, Nagito, you dummy.
Hey,
You're the only one!
still.
Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Nagito, why are you here?
You know, I teleported.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
What the fuck?
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
That's impossible because he used the building structure to kill.
That's impossible
no
because there's
way
a
they
big
didn't know.
freaking door that says Final Death.
Yeah.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion.
No, you.
If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
Gundham, I loved you.
There's no way I can stop.
Gundham.
What did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Gundam smash.
I know. Oh my god. Gundam Tanaka. Wire, good night button, tipped over pillar, floor fragments.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist,
How do I
you
knock
could
those?
travel through multiple planes.
How do I get those?
Provided you use a spacious
Yeah, those
wormhole.
are tricky.
However, how frail I say!
Oh,
Or
damn.
decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
His argument is exhausting. Just listening to it makes me tired. I need to skillfully cut back against his words so he doesn't outpace me.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say! Your decayed
Frail, I say.
illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Yes.
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur!
Oh my god.
If you don't want to drop, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
God.
Oh my.
Probably means try providing the evidence that the killer went to the Octagon, right? If that's the case, I should have it too. The key which dwells in the light that will break through the darkness.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Which evidence, though? Okay, they went to the octagon. Okay, let's try it out. 2.
Know the limits of your own reasoning!
Yeah, radio clock, broken doorknob, wire.
You say the killer went to the octagon?
Oh!
Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom...
Cut!
Allow me to cut through those words!
That's the only place he could have gotten wire.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body, the hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires,
You've
hammers, and chains
Sit
too.
tight, we're patching you.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the octagon.
No.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end. Normally
Come
we'd end
on,
up listening to
Discord,
Hajime
connect me
lecture us
back
with a
in.
very long summary of the case.
Oh, do you want me to reset the screen for you?
I don't think. I think it's so. It's not.
Oh, okay. Wait, he's not gonna let me summarize?
But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Wait, what?
Hey! What are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundham tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken
Something
by that point.
feels off
Thanks
still.
to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup
I'm
point.
the
So he
main
tried
character
going over
now.
to Strawberry
Wait, I can't even
Tower,
click this.
just like we
This
did
is so
when we
weird.
found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt
It
that.
disconnected me.
At
I
that
can't
time,
even watch
we
it.
didn't
Doesn't
know the
seem
two
right.
towers were the exact
that's
same
weird.
place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundham was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
What?
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower,
Give me one
what would the
second.
killer
I'm
have
gonna
done
have
then?
to just. I'm gonna restart Discord and see what happens.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
Their plan was a
God damn it.
balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded.
What?
They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
What?
And, without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
That's my job.
I'm gonna finish your manga.
No, wait, that's my job.
Through
No.
this, Gundham successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could
Yeah,
fight
this ain't
head-on
right.
with the robotic Nekomaru. So by pressing the goodnight button,
It's our job
he
to do
rendered
this.
Nekomaru
The game's not gonna play
powerless without
itself.
fighting him.
Wait, but why would Nekomaru go to Strawberry Tower if you have to go to Grape Tower in order to actually do the Tai Chi? Because Strawberry Tower is on... Yeah, wait, what? That's weird. Why would Nekomaru go to Strawberry Tower?
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
Huh?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me!
It still
Don't
doesn't
mess
let me
with
connect
me!
back.
I cannot ignore those words!
Oh
God, no!
Okay.
Finally connected me back.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
wonderful. Okay.
Wonderful. Okay.
Why are you angry
Right.
all of a sudden?
You
Wonderful.
fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet.
Let me screenshot that.
Oh.
I am unable to ejaculate.
Because he's holding his
Exactly.
right arm. I mean, his
Yeah.
arm.
Yeah.
Okay, let me... Okay.
Oh, man.
Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
I mean, this is badass.
Bro.
This is badass as hell, but I do want to take these screenshots.
Out of context.
Homie needs to go get some, like, erectile dysfunction.
What do you intend to
do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Do it, Gundham,
Cock
please.
and ball torture.
I love you, Gundham.
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button.
Oh, wait, what?
However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought. Truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument. It was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
Oh my god.
That's wrong, Gundham. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I guess you don't really want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an argument that'll leave you no choice but to be persuaded.
He just plays along with it. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
PTA time.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver!
As David prophesied.
I won't let you!
Yep,
For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither!
Yes, I
Crushed
love
as David
DDR.
prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire!
Oh.
I won't let you!
Don't worry about it.
For the
We still
Tanaka
have a lot of
Empire!
fever. I need
Wither!
it.
Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the
That's about
Tanaka
to end.
Empire!
You almost got it,
Wither!
boy.
Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! It's
here we go.
Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so—
This is the end!
No.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
No way. Not the Devas.
Oh?
Are you seriously
My
saying
gosh.
he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Because he used the hamster to press the button on the door.
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through Supernova Silver Fox Sandy.
He pressed the button.
Truly, this is the skyline limitation art of the demon mouse. Soon, the door of destiny shall open.
Yeah, it's free. on
Now
Steam.
that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right? Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road.
Oh my god.
Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
Yeah, okay.
Closing argument.
Wait a minute, I died.
This can't be right. This is so weird. Okay.
While you try to solve this, I'm gonna use the restroom.
Yeah, okay.
It's Gundam. Like, what?
No, it can't be Gundam, because why would Nekomaru go to Strawberry Tower? You have to go to Great Tower. That's... Okay. Alarm set for 5 days.
It's so... I'm gonna let you stop.
Yeah, okay.
The hatch.
Oh, right, okay. Right, okay, so the hatch... Oh, wait, hold on. There's one over here. Nekomaru dangling. What after the tower? Okay, it's not that one. Nekomaru's weakness. Kiss the pillar, damn it. Okay. The fake weapon left. Who gathered at the lounge. Okay. So I woke up.
Yes.
Nekomaru.
Yes, baby face gangsta. Baby gangsta.
What after we get the tower? What the fake weapon left behind? We gathered at the lounge. Why did Nekomaru fall? That's this one. I heard the rumbling noise.
Game.
Wait, I heard it, so... Okay.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Alarm set for 30. Okay, so it's that one. Okay. Wait. Destroy, wire wrapped around. Weakness. Okay, stop 2. Okay, the fake weapon. Nekomaru's weakness. The wire wrapped around Nekomaru's feet. Destroyed. Fake weapon. Huge hammer. Destroyed what after leaving the tower? The door. The wire wrapped at Nekomaru's feet? No. Gathered the lounge. Why did Nekomaru fall?
Well, I mean, you do have who gathered at the lounge.
Oh, that's true. Nekomaru's weakness. Yeah, okay. Who set the line? Okay. Stop 3. Okay. Why did Nekomaru fall? Because the doorknob broke. Hamster and Last Takkul. Alright. Who set the lounge's clock? Who set the lounge's clock? Okay. Nekomaru's weakness is the button.
Boop.
Look at the Deva.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Alright.
Wait a minute, Hajime, that was
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime.
Shut up, Nagito. This is my thing.
Bagels.
Okay.
First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House.
Heat.
Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else.
Yes,
that
the
secret
Jacob House.
being Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower.
Oh, okay, that answers my question.
So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower.
Go
But
for
the killer was waiting for him there.
Oh
With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck.
Bing bong.
Oh no.
This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile.
Cool.
From there, the killer began preparing
Okay,
to
what was the
use the
sleep button
ultimate
part of the
weapon.
model?
Because I don't know. Because Nekomaru can't sleep normally, so he needs the button.
Okay.
Monokuma's net.
First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall.
That's incredibly dangerous.
They did this to keep us from entering
I mean,
Strawberry
it's
Tower,
Gundam, so.
and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building structure that they used to kill Nekomaru.
He did have bandages on his arm.
Wasn't his other arm?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving
Don't
at
give me
Grape Hall,
teleport.
they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall.
Indeed.
With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case
They look
scenario,
way
the killer
hungrier
was
than
forced
they
to
used
appear in
to.
front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up.
I'm up. Upside down.
He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking.
Shit!
Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor.
I'm
He
dead.
crashed into the
Game.
floor, which decapitated him on impact, and died.
Game.
Why is Soda smiling like that?
I have no idea. Soda's always weirdly smiling.
Yeah.
The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundham Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Okay, you can't
Look how
see.
sad his hamsters look.
Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll freaking kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe.
Believe it.
You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundham Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Huh?
Think he's accepting it?
Yeah.
I guess? What?
Okay.
We just gotta
So-
wait to the very end.
Are these all the phase points or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. You got a B with all that score? What? That's really
Because
good.
no, there's a
The
few.
63.
Oh yeah, 63.
Yeah, there's a few of them that can like that 88. There's those two 88s and that 63. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then,
Indeed.
please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
Oh my gosh.
In.
Dude, this was like wacky.
You think this is wacky? I'm regretting it right now.
So now we get to see a death thing?
Yep.
And we see why he'd probably kill him. We'll see. It'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundham Tanaka.
Nice!
Yeah, I say all that without biting my tongue. Nice! Oh, dang it!
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with.
Hold on. It's true the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish it until we hear it from Gundham.
Jeez.
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Why do you want to talk to one who is lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say anything.
Listen well.
Is what I would like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing.
Correct?
How pitiful.
You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake.
Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight. That is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost. And died.
Damn it!
Lost indeed. Died.
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, He did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain.
Fine then, and I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse. And I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another.
That's so cool.
I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent, and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help. But he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you this.
He was serious, too. He gave it his all to try to kill me.
Huh?
Huh?
If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
This scourging, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
Oh, they're so cool.
That's a great line.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundham Tanaka! Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me! I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance!
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might!
Wow.
They're just
So,
alpha.
so they both accepted that this is gonna be a life and death battle. So one of them would die either way.
One of them.
The fuck to kill a robot?
Wow.
I won't go easy on you! Don't even think about holding back!
Because no matter what, either one of them will be freed or everyone else will be freed. So it's almost righteous in a way.
Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics! Give me everything you got!
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
What is...
That is...
Why? Why did you have... We're all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong.
I will not. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you this.
However, I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. This is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation.
Wait, are you telling us to just wait until we starve to death?
I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other.
Do you mean that you rather D?
Fall, my tears.
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life, that's just an insult to life itself.
Oh my god.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog eat dog?
Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is the commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their life span engage in cannibalism.
But by the way, this guy's ultimate ability is that he's the ultimate animal caretaker.
So he eats ass.
That is what it means to live.
I guess so.
Eat ass. And sometimes chew bubblegum.
Yeah.
Dick Kickem reference. Yes.
Yep.
If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy toward life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that to try to justify what you did?
But
it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same, too. That's what they thought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall, my tears.
But, even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh.
That belief is why you committed your crime.
You...
Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but...
Oh yeah, the bullets.
Compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well?
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that... Well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundham, don't tell me. You didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you?
I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundham
Just who do you
Tanaka.
think I am? I am Gundham Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust in
Not
the
in a
wind.
million, not in a billion, not in 10 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible.
Is that it? Then, I'll just leave it at that.
Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
I'll fight. Off to get me mallet. Yeah, okay. I have prepared a very special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundham Tanaka.
What about his hamsters?
Please wait!
Please wait. This is just too much.
I beg of you!
Please, Monokuma, please help Gundham.
Huh?
Miss Sonia.
I beg of you!
Please, I beg of you.
How pitiful.
Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death. Does that befit a noble such as yourself?
Gundam.
It's fine to start for reals, right? I got me mallet.
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However,
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction?
No.
Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all.
It's gonna be cute.
However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage,
insolence,
fearful of nothing,
daunted by nothing.
Let us
laugh uproariously.
Be happy.
Powerful character.
That is Gundham
Tanaka.
I shall stick
with my evil until the very end.
Open sesame, pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Finally, it's been months since I pressed this button.
No.
Give him mallet.
Well, time to kill this ice cream swirl.
What is it gonna be?
What the hell?
Oh no. Is it just gonna stampede him? Not his hamsters too. Oh, he left them. Oh my god, he's so cool. Huh? What is he doing? Gundam? What are you doing?
Psych! Got him!
Oh, hell.
Oh, what? Oh no, Gundam. No. What?
You went to heaven.
Is that the punishment that he sent him to heaven instead of hell? Was that the punishment?
Gundam.
Did he send him to heaven instead of hell? Oh my
Well, I'll talk to more about that later.
Okay.
But yeah.
No.
Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
Damn it! I'm so pissed off. I need to throw.
Damn it!
You all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of poopy. Every last one of you. But the biggest piece of is me.
The worst.
Damn it, why am I so weak?
Why do you say damn it, but...
There's that kind of limitation.
It's such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we gotta do our very best.
You are right.
You are right. This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he'll be very cross with us.
Oh my god, Sonia.
She's so cute!
You're right. You're right. We shouldn't
I'm
just
left.
stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey! Hey!
So how long are you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial's over, so it's okay for you to hurry up back to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that. Kill yourselves.
Wait! Hold on! How much longer are you gonna keep doing this?
As long as I...
Seriously, how long is he going to keep doing this?
I don't know, maybe like 2 more chapters.
God damn. How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
Now then. Alright. After feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some...
Hey!
Hold on a second. That move shifted too damn fast.
It's not like that.
Well,
That's
you know...
fine.
But, yeah. Yeah. Okay, then. Well, you know, it's like Gundham and Nekomaru said. And that's what it means to live, right?
Oh my god,
She's crying.
She's certainly something else.
But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
And
You ate a train.
let's go back for now and eat. And then after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right.
I'm left.
No, you're right.
Dang it.
With this,
Wait, I was going backwards.
with this, the class trial has come to an end once again, and we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight.
Huh? Oh.
Dot. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of, the Russian roulette.
Oh, that's my favorite Pokemon.
I know, right? Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy.
Oh.
And before everyone else, too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way. The file had just Hajime's information.
Oh.
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters. Or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would have get complicated if they found out. Anyways, I can't forgive this.
damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all. Even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of Hopi, I can ignore this. For the sake of bagels and hope.
Monokuma appears!
Alright. Who used the summoning ritual to summon me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why, it's the lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight, too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scaly. I see, so you can tell.
Hmm?
Perhaps you found out who the traitor is.
I realized something that's kind of weird to me. whenever it shifts to between Nagito and Monokuma, it shows the bomb in the background both times, even though it shifts the camera. Like, just look at it. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh, never mind. Yeah,
It's somewhat weird. Yeah. You know me well.
Wow.
Is what I like to say, but unfortunately, I haven't learned that yet. I see. So even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time. ...
Hello.
So why you summoned me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
Hey.
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. Oh yeah? What about it? There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
You don't even know?
Well, there's a traitor from Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including the person. The total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope's Peak Academy, right?
Of course!
That's right, I reused the stuff that the former headmaster spent a lot of time making.
But...
if this file even contains information about the traitor, was the person also a former student of Hope's Peak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder.
Hey.
Could it be... Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? It's my job to heat up things. You think it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
Well...
That's not my point.
Right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. ... What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up!
You're spelling correct when you say I knew the traitor who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monomi after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me.
I'm gonna head out, by the way.
Okay, see
okay.
Thank you for joining me, man. I hope you had a good time with us.
Nice.
I'll talk to you later.
Before I leave, I have one final question.
Yeah.
Why the fuck doesn't anyone, try to accuse the main protagonist?
People have.
They do.
People have, but we main protagonist that would be like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah. It's
no,
happened.
you.
It's happened before.
Yeah, no, you.
It happened during this time, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a few times.
I guess I joined in after that.
Yeah.
It was last time.
Alright, well, you guys, good night. And also, this shit is awesome.
It is awesome. Let's talk about more later. You have a great night.
See you,
Good night, everybody.
Farewell,
Bye-bye.
decrepit one.
Okay.
It's cool to have new people come in. Okay.
Yeah, their existence means nothing, huh?
No!
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation's lackey who is putting you guys through this awful stuff. It's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation,
Huh?
What?
Hey.
Your purpose is to fill everyone in this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
Yep.
If
that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somehow.
Right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No!
Obviously, that's a big no.
Unbelievable.
I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you too.
Well,
I knew you would say that. Besides, I want to be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betrayed me later on. Yeah, just as I thought. You saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute that shines brightly, Stepmothers such as myself and despair exist. You're right. You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Oh.
Huh?
Reminds you. Oh, you mean onion? But anyways, I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person.
What if Nagito just said, like, you mean Makoto Naegi, protagonist to Danganronpa 1, Trigger Happy Havoc?
They must be extremely unlucky.
Like...
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Well...
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
Nani?
You don't know?
But you say that coming across this much despair is a rare opportunity? I cannot rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore.
Oh.
I'll become true Hopi. I'll become an existence that could even be called Ultimate Hopi.
Oh.
Pooh, the two of you are very alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey.
There's one more thing I wanted to ask you. Hmm?
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Nah. Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is this person you're waiting for already on this island? Yeah.
Hey.
Well, answer my question.
That's...
If that's the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting? Laughter. That we exist. Dot. Yeah, okay. Also have this big what? Days left. 1. I mean... 5. 5 days left. 11 hours and 13 minutes, 27 seconds.
Do ultimate robots dream of clockwork? And...
Yeah.
Surviving students.
I'm dead!
7 remaining
And
students.
I have ascended.
Indeed. Dang it, Dongo Bongos. Hey, you found his earring underneath the floorboards.
Just of my own house.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we're done.
I'm gonna end it here. Any last words?
Ooga booga. Yes.